Okay, so when you're doing goal planning, what you need to ensure is that you segregate your short-term financial objectives or goals from your long-term financial objectives and goals. The reason for doing this is that the investments you need to make to ensure the fulfillment of these financial objectives, short-term versus long-term, are going to be different. Let me explain this a little bit. So when it comes to short-term goals, these are nothing but financial objectives that you need to see concluded over the next few months or a year, 2 to 3 years even. Those are short-term goals, right? And they require investments which will focus on capital safety, on stable returns. You cannot have investments that produce a lot of volatility in the short term to address these kind of financial objectives, right? So let's say you want to save for enough for a down payment on a home that you want to buy 2 years later. If you are trading in equity or in bitcoins to achieve that, or if you've invested in real estate to achieve that, you may or may not see the amount you need with complete certainty, because there's a lot of volatility in, say, equity trading or bitcoins. And even in real estate, you don't know how the value of the house will appreciate in just a period of, 2 years or a few months or even 3 years. It takes time. These are more, real estate is more long-term in nature. For your short-term financial objectives, what works is to look for investments where your capital is safe, so that you know that this is the amount that you will get for sure at the end of this, brief period. And of course that the returns are stable. It's not really moving up and down. So things like fixed deposits, debt mutual funds, more specifically liquid funds, ultra short-term funds, maybe even arbitrage funds. These can help you achieve your short-term financial objectives. What about your long-term goals? Okay, long-term goals are something which are, like financial objectives that have a few years till they need to see conclusion, right? So maybe 5 years, 10 years, 8, 7, 15 years. These are all long-term objectives. The requirement here is not capital safety per se, because you have a long period of time for the asset to grow in value. The real requirement for long-term financial objectives and investments linked to that is the ability to beat inflation. Because over a long period of time, we know that inflation or price rise eats into the value of your money. And unless you are investing in, assets where the return is higher than inflation, the value of your money over long periods of time is actually going to come down. So here is where, things like good quality equity investments, good quality even real estate can come in. So anything which is going to give you inflation beating returns over a long period of time is what you require to match with your long-term financial objectives. So next time you're sitting down and trying to figure out where to invest, first segregate your goals, then decide which investment is most suited to which goal, rather than doing ad hoc selection of what is the highest return investment for you. Remember, short-term financial objectives require you to have capital safety and stable returns. Long-term financial objectives require you to at least beat inflation. So you cannot do a 10-year FD which will not beat inflation, or a insurance endowment or money back plan which will definitely not beat inflation even in a 10-20 year period. So think through this and then decide where you want to invest.